Hey, it's your boy Nathan here, aka Six Cinema. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to. It's okay if you don't, but it'd be awesome if you did. Anyway, let me just turn my hat around first. It's a little shadowy. Anyway, let's get right into the video. For today's video, honestly, we're talking about the must-have camera lens that you should have in your bag, because this lens can do a lot of things. Anyway, let's get into it. So we are talking about this lens right here, the 50mm F1.8 Sony lens. Beast of a lens, especially when you are using it for portrait. I literally picked up this lens because I had an engagement photo shoot that I really needed to do, and I wanted something crisp, and literally you can pick it up for so cheap. I bought this thing on Facebook Marketplace, almost brand new, for $200. How can you go wrong for $200? It has a 1.8 aperture, so the depth of field that you get from this is ridiculous. Don't get me started about the bokeh. Like, you get perfect bokeh balls in the back. So nice. The only thing though, I am shooting on APS-C because I'm using the Sony a6600, so this is not much of a 50 as it is a 75mm, which is okay. I wish I did have a full frame because then I could get the full 50 out of it and I can get rid of that crop factor. But even at 75 1.8, you just need to move around a little bit more and you can still get some amazing shots. So this is definitely a must to have in your bag, doesn't matter where you're going. And because the form factor of it is tiny. This thing is basically the size of my mic here. My mic is a little big, but this is tiny and is really light. Literally just toss this thing around, you will not feel it in your bag. So if you're gonna do it, get out there and go buy this lens. And again, check Facebook Marketplace, check Kijiji. People are getting rid of this lens all the time because it is kind of a beginner lens, but it's one of those lenses that you can use it even if you're a pro. Obviously, the pros are gonna go for those G Master lenses, but you're paying what, $2,000 per lens, maybe even more. 200 bucks? That's 10 times less than what you'll pay for a G Master. Anyway, I'm gonna pop this on my camera, head out to shoot a little bit and see what kind of photos we can get, and then we'll take a look at them when we get back inside. So I got the Sony 50mm 1.8 here. We're out. It's kind of cold, but the sun is coming down and it's making the light look amazing. So we're gonna take some photos here and see how they turn out. And there's a cackling duck back there, so they're probably having a good time telling jokes. Anyway, let's get some shots in. Okay, so we got some shots. It is freezing out, so I want to head back inside. We'll finish this video inside, but honestly, this 51.8 is a beast and will always be a beast. See, what I tell you, like, the photos came out super crisp. You had great depth of field. Like, the background is so blurred, like your subject just pops. It pops so much and it just makes things look a little more professional, I would say. One thing I've noticed about this lens is that it made me a better photographer, because I'm usually using my 18 to 55mm on my camera, and I have the option to change the focal length and just zoom and stand in one spot. But with this lens, because it's a fixed focal length, you have to move around a bit more and get more creative to get different kinds of shots, which it definitely helps you along the way when becoming a photographer and learning new things. So this lens it works wonders. So one quick tip I will give you if you're gonna pick up this lens, because it is a 1.8 aperture, and when you have it wide open to get that nice depth of field and that blurry background, it is going to be bright, especially if you're shooting outside during the daytime. I would pick up an ND filter for this, or a variable ND, whatever you want to do. I usually use variables because I'm able to change it on the fly whenever I want, and I don't have to switch out the ND filter every time I need something a little darker, a little lighter. So the variable ND is a definite for this, especially if you want to shoot at that 1.8 aperture. Anyway, yeah, variable ND, make sure you get it. So that is it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments, and I will hopefully be able to answer them, and we can just maybe have a conversation about this great lens. Remember, variable ND, that is definitely a must when you're working with an aperture this wide. But if you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want to. Like I said at the beginning, you don't have to, but I would be greatly appreciated if you do. It makes me want to make these videos. It probably shouldn't, but hey, everyone's human. We like gratification. So yeah. Anyway, take it easy. Peace.